judging now?
I'm judging all these boxers having a fencing competition with people when they've got the full advantage to do something else.
Fuck them.
Shane, give him the mic.
Why are we giving these pussies relevance on an interview? Fuck these idiots. Who are they when they're at home? All of these pussies.
Well, no,
sausages.
We just came on to the topic of Usyk, and
Usyk's a sausage. Forget about him. Usyk's a little dirty little slimy fucker. Actually, we're gossiping on you, you little sausage, and I'm going to release it very soon.
What, has he said something? Or?
No, bigger than that, much bigger. He's been on the missing list for a little minute or two. Little sausage. So anyway, we know what's going on. We know what's going on, but fuck him. It's about me and Francis Ngannou anyway. Battle of the baddest. Baddest motherfuckers on the planet. Me and Big Francis.
He arrived in the Grand
I'll tell you what I'm not doing.
Go on.
I'm not having a Corey off with the big man. No chance.
Well,
Someone sent me a photo of him in the shower. It was horrendous.
Well, he came to the Grand Rivals with shades on in the dark last night, Big Francis, so...
Proper sign of a sausage. Anyway, what can you do?
How many times have you said the word sausage in the last 24 hours?
I don't know, quite a lot.
Every time I go on social media, it's you saying sausage. Anyways, we're just saying how hospitable the people out here are, genuine, you feel safe, peace of mind.
Yeah, unbelievable. People out here, great kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I know I keep banging on about it in all these interviews, but it is like, we've got all the facilities, everything we'd ever need. They can't do enough for us. And it's rare. It's rare, really, because you come over here and you get treated like an absolute legend, and you go home and it's just like, well, you owe it us. Do you know what I mean? You don't get any special treatment, you don't get nothing. Here we're having police escorts, everything. So pretty good. Good people. Can't do enough for us, and they're very, very happy for us to be here.
Do you want to know something? I hear this Tyson saying, Tyson's got the biggest fan base in boxing in England.
We're not on about fan base.
What are you on about then? You need to make yourself clear.
I'm on about...
You've got a couple of haters and jealous people about the place.
Fans.
You need to make it clear.
It's got nothing to do with fans. We're on about governments. What has the government ever done special treatment for the Gypsy King?
Absolutely nothing.
Do they even get me through customs at Heathrow Airport quicker than anybody else? Or do I wait for 2 hours in a queue? Tell me that.
Nope.
Here, special treatment for the big GK. Every single day, all day, every day. Having teas with the head of government. Cups of teas. I've never even had a thank you letter. Nothing. I've never had a well done. The amount of money I've raised in London in the last 2 fights. I've probably hundreds of millions I brought to London. To Wembley and Tottenham and all the restaurants, pubs, bars. Put that back into the ecosystem. Never got one thank you for it. Here, I've got governments very happy that I'm here. Very happy.
Well, I was talking to Shane
I'm not on about the boxing fans. Like he said, I've got the best boxing fans in the world.
No, I mean, I'm talking about MBS and His Excellency
yeah,
Turki Al-Sheikh.
Exactly, that's what I'm on about.
You're all over Tokyo, Las Vegas Sphere, Tower Bridge.
Yeah.
I was just saying to Shane how...
Can you hold that mic? My hands are
how it's all...
I've got good set of shoulders, haven't I?
How it's all changed.
It's about £0.5
in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Obviously, last few years you had Eddie and Joshua here leading things. Now you've got this relationship, Frank's got this relationship, Bob, with His Excellency, and you love that mic, don't you, Tyson? Take it over.
Yeah, go on.
You guys, Frank and Bob, are taking the lead out here now in Saudi.
Listen, I'm the only man, I think, in the world who's got 2 Hall of Fame promoters. Bob Arum, absolute legend, and Frank Warren, another absolute legend. Bob's an American legend in the game, and Frank's a British legend in the game. No 2 promoters in the world can compete with these 2. Combined knowledge can lose and find every other promoter 1,000 times over. 1,000 times over. And that's why the Hall of Fame promoters, and they do the job. I witnessed it firsthand. I was on a private jet with Bob going to Napa Valley, and I was in the newspaper flicking through, and I saw the Kentucky Derby, and it said, "There's a horse." I said, "Bob, there's an horse here called King Fury." He went, "What?" He got on his phone. Right. Listen, there's a horse here running at the Kentucky Derby called King Fury. Get the press on the phone. Tell them Fury's having 100 grand on the nose of King Fury, and we want to be at the race and walk King Fury out. I thought, that is old school promoting. Straight there. I've just seen it why he's up there with the best promoters ever. On a plane, on the way to Napa Valley, on his cell phone, 90-year-old, tell him we want to get the press and tell him we're having 100 grand on the nose of King Fury. He's going to walk him out to the race. He got the owner on the phone. Yeah, we can walk him out to the race, walk him around the paddock, no problem. That's promoting. Unbelievable. And Frank does the same. I call him the Magic Man. I was 30 stone. The promotion that Frank did on He's Back, 20,000, sold out in about 4 hours at MEN. And then continuing. It just goes on and on and on. So it's priceless to have these people in my corner.
Actually, at that point...
And then you combine that with His Excellency, Turki Al-Sheikh, who wants to make things unbelievable for boxing and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and you've got an unstoppable force. It's what happens when a volcano meets a tornado.
Actually, it's interesting you raised that point, you know, around the Sefri fight. Well, before that, when you were talking to promoters and you wanted to come back, etc., you went into the BT offices with Frank, and he's the only one who actually believed in you at that point.
That's right, that's right. Frank's a very clever man, and if he wasn't, he wouldn't be in the position he's in. He's very smart, and Frank saw something in me that nobody else did. Because at that time, it was I was in the right state coming back, and Frank helped me come back big time. So yeah, that's why I haven't left Frank Warren. That's why when I signed with Top Rank, Frank came with me, and we're still together. You know, there's obviously a good relationship there.
And then this Saudi Arabia relationship, as you said, takes it to a whole nother level.
Takes it for another stratosphere for sure.
How many fights do you want out here, Tyson?
Listen, we'll just take one fight at a time. Get through Saturday night, and then we'll talk about fights, other fights.
But your career is going to be out here, isn't it?
Yeah, I won't be boxing in England anymore. I've done my 2 final farewell fights, and now I'm just going to be boxing out in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and finish my career out here. What a way to go out with a bang.
The only time you box in England for the Central Area title, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what we want to say.
It's the only title you haven't won.
Yeah, and I think Chris Healy's got it from Stockport or Bredbury. So, Chris, if you're watching this, after I finish my career, I've got to get that belt, so get yourself trained up, Mush.
Why don't you fight in Morecambe?
Where at?
I don't know.
Yeah, I could do for
That's
the Central area.
Yeah.
I could do it at Morecambe Football Club, yeah. About $6,000-7,000 there.
Are you part of the club?
I own the gym and the training facilities, yeah. Oh. I'm not part of the club, though. I sponsor the club, but I don't own it or nothing, no.
All right. Anyone you want to shout out, Tyson?
Yeah, anyone I want to shout out? Yes.
Come on.
I want a big shout out to Spencer Brown. I want a big shout out to Frank Warren. A big shout out to Bob Arum, Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency. I want to shout out all Saudi government and the big boss himself, MBS.
Is he coming on Saturday, MBS?
I'm not sure. Who else do I want to shout out? I want to shout out to my brothers, my dad, my mother. Shout out to Andy Lee. Shout out to Sugar Hill, my trainer. Because without Sugar, I wouldn't have gone from a slick boxer to a 1920s brawler. And I always wanted, before Sugar, I always wanted to get down in weight. I wanted to look good, and I wanted to be like 18 stone, you know. Sugar said, why do you want to be 18 stone? Be 22 stone. Box at whatever you're comfortable at, he said. The heavier, the better. He said, forget 18 stone, 19 stone, 280, 290, whatever. Knock a motherfucker out. And we do that. That's mainly down to what Sugar's put into me in the last few years. Walking them down, smashing them into submission. It's not a beauty contest, and that's what we do.
What do you think you'll weigh on fight night?
I don't know, 20 stone. Does it matter as long as I get the result? It don't matter. Big Martin Bacoli was in my gym the other day, and he's weighing 22 stone, as strong as an ox. So weight has got nothing to do. Big Zhang the other day weighed 22 stone or something like that, and Big Joe Joyce weighed 21 stone or 20 stone 10. I started these heavyweights being heavy, me. When I fought against Wilder the second time, it was 270 odd pounds. And then everyone started getting heavier. Everyone started coming in at a natural weight for a reason, because they saw my success at it. And I said, who else do I want to shout out? Shout out Robert Davis, my lawyer. He's a very important part of this team. Have I forgot anybody else?
Your wife and kids.
I've said that.
Yeah. Nav.
Nav, yeah, me PR guy. Who else is there? Christian and Matty.
Yes. S&C and massage guy.
S&C massage guy.
George.
Oh, Big George, Big Bad George. Big shout out to George. And big shout out to Josie Parker as well. My training partner.
Brendan.
Big Brendan, big shout out to Big Brendan. Salt Acres.
Brendan's bottom lip was just going there because he was thinking, where's my name at?
Yeah, big shout out to everyone who's helped me, all my sparring partners, all my training partners. Big shout out to Isaac Lowe as well. He's been my training partner for the last 10 years.
He's got a good fight coming up.
He has, yeah, against Lee McGregor. That's a good fight. But he's here on tomorrow. Isaac lands tomorrow. I told him not to come. I said, focus on your own fight. He said, I won't miss it for the world.
To be fair, what we're talking about, what you're doing here in Saudi, all the undercard fighters, the exposure they're getting
You
off that.
think about the amount of jobs that we've created here in Saudi now, yeah? All the people who's doing all the TVs and fireworks and buildings and everything. It's tons and tons of jobs. All the undercard fighters, all the heavyweights he's fighting. It's an unbelievable show, isn't it? I don't think there's ever been this amount of heavyweights on one card before.
No, I don't think so.
At this high level as well. You know, you got Joe and Simon. You got Martin and Carlos. You got Rico, big Rico.
Yeah, what do you think about Moses Alma?
I think he's a good prospect, yeah. Definitely. He looked unbelievable, that combination. Brrr, dropped his last man, we've done him in. So, yeah, top prospect. And he's only a kid, isn't he? How old is he? 21?
18.
How old?
He's 18.
Shut up.
No, I swear, he wants to break Mike Tyson's record.
He's only 18?
Yeah.
Is he really? He could be the youngest ever British heavyweight champion, couldn't he, if he gets his skates on?
Who's the youngest?
He wants to beat Mike Tyson's record.
No, I tell you who was youngest ever British heavyweight champion. Jackie Peterson. And I think he was 19 so many days. He beat Jack Doyle, the same guy, for the British heavyweight title at White City in front of 80,000 people.
God, you really know your boxing.
I do, yeah.
In front of how many people?
80,000.
And then obviously Wardley and Adelaide. What
Or
chance for them?
40,000. Yeah, that's a good fight. I actually, David's been a training partner of mine for years, since the Wilder days. And he's a good kid, you know, good strong kid. He's learning fast and he's a good boxer and he's strong and he's got a lot of confidence as well, which I like.
Yeah.
And then Fabio, I've also sparred Fabio. He's a good guy as well. And he seems like a gentleman. Really down to earth, British heavyweight champion. He's had some good fights and, you know, it's a step up for both guys. And I remember before this, like you got these two. Before that, it was like Dubois and Nathan Gorman who fought each other in a good undefeated heavyweight contest. And before that was probably me and Derek. We were both 14-0 at this level. And, I'm looking forward to all the card. And you've also got Arsen Makhmadov on. I don't know who he's fighting.
He's a little bit upset with you.
Is he?
Because what you called his first name.
What?
Well, you said arsehole Makhmadov.
Yeah, whatever. Be upset, can't he?
Yeah, heavyweight bonanza though here in Saudi. It's good.
So it's pretty good. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. And I've been watching Francis Ngannou as well recently, today.
What did you see in him?
I just think he's a big sausage. Honestly, to beat me, you have to have a lot of valour. Yeah? And you have to have bravery, and you have to have balls like King Kong. And I don't see it in him. I think he's a bit of a shithouse. But we'll find out on Saturday night, see if I'm wrong.
We certainly will. TNT Sports box office in the UK and of course ESPN Plus pay-per-view.
It looks the part. It looks like a dog de Bordeaux. Lovely big giant dog, and I'm a pit bull cut to pieces. Ready to rock and roll. Little small dog, get stuck in and have it. Come on!
You should become a promoter one day.
I'm like an English pit bull terrier. Get up!
Would you go into promotion?
And he's like a big old French dog de Bordeaux. That's the one. That's the one. I'm an English pit bull terrier, and he's a French dog de Bordeaux.
Would you go into promotion one day?
Do you remember the dog Hooch? Big Hooch.
That's St. Bernard.
No, that's Beethoven you're thinking about. Hooch and Turner.
Oh, yeah.
The big brown dog. Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, man, when I was born.
Would you go into promotion one day?
Me? Who knows? But I tell you what it is, I am the best promoter in the world, I think. Never mind Bob Arum and Frank Warren, I'm the best promoter. I'll be an Hall of Fame promoter after this fight. I'm not the first person to fight somebody in his debut for the Heavyweight Championship of the world. Peter Rademacher fought Floyd Patterson in his debut for the Heavyweight Championship of the world. Years and years ago, and he had Patterson down 3 times. Could have been a few more times. Patterson got up and beat him in around about 12, 14 rounds. Can't remember where he went beat him, but it was a funny fight, very good fight, so we'll see.
Oh, you forgot to shout out Furiosity. How could you do that?
Who's
your own
that?
brand. Furiosity,
Who's that?
Your own brand.
Oh, yeah.
Furiosity. Oh, you haven't been on. You lost your mind.
Big shout out Furiosity. Big shout out Wow Hydrate. Big shout out Young LA. Big shout out Jacob and Co. Big shout out Riyadh season. Big shout out old small Corey over there, IFL TV. And yeah, God bless the world, because it's tough times at the moment and there's a lot going on. And yeah, world peace.
On that note, thank you very much, guys.
Finish on Shane, you've just got to sign it out, mate.
Oh yes, I've signed it out. And can I just quickly say, because it's too long now, we're done, but the most important person on that there list, the shout-outs, the one what makes all, I don't know, the cement in the building, you could say, yeah, would be Robert Davis. Because without Robert Davis, Tyson's mind would not be at peace. And before Robert Davis come on board, he thought it was a waste of time boxing because he wasn't going to get paid. So Robert Davis is the most important man on that list, in my opinion.
One of the best lawyers in the game.
Yeah, he don't leave anything not done correctly. And we trust him fully.
Would you make a good lawyer?
No, stupid. Right, God bless you.
Thank you, Shane.